Providing you pizza for weeks, so please give a warm welcome to William Wheeler, everybody.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna wait for the other two because they missed a joke on Tuesday. I'm gonna tell it again. And it's about them. Alright, I'm not gonna wait that long. Not gonna wait that long. Hold on.
This is really your bad, Will, for not having a bar in here, when you think about it.
I know. Really. You know, today I wore a shirt that I felt like it meant both worlds, both Evan's world and everyone else. Like, because Evan, obviously, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. Just worship Satan, okay? There you go. Yeah. This is a speakeasy, though. First rule about Fight Club. Hey! First rule about Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club, right?
Yes.
I was getting probed on potential problems the other day about Fight Club. Like, they didn't outright say it. They're just kind of like, hey, so what have you been doing? Well, I'm like, just doing my wheeler thing, man.
What?
Just doing my wheeler thing. And then they try to do a sneak around like, so have you, there was another person on, getting talked to, and they're like, hey, have either of you guys gotten a COVID test? And I just kind of deflected onto the other person. Of course I have, but you don't want to open up to other questions, you know? Yeah. And then finally at the end, so, what do you got going on? Just do my wheeler thing, man. Don't ask any more questions.
Guys are fucking onto us.
I mean, let me tell you, John. It's a nice place you got. It's a shame if something happened to it. Statistically speaking, anyone that asks about Fight Club, our house just mysteriously burns down in fire. Man. I would hate for that to happen to you. The other day we were missing two of our favorite people from the show. Robert was sick, Amanda, Zach and Corandera. If you're not familiar with it, a curandera is pretty much like, it's a very New Mexican thing. It's not necessarily a witch, it's more of a healer. First time I ever read about him was in Bliss Mi Ultima. So like a line out of the book. The book's written in Spanish, or in Spanglish I'd say, Spanish and English, so like a line out of the book was, Ultima, my curandera gave me something for my cabeza that made me go a la verga. The most Spanglish thing I ever heard in my life was my Uncle Frank in Los Lunas. He kind of has like the skin of a 200-year-old, of a farmer that's been out in the sun for 200 years. He smokes cigarettes like it's going out of style, blows it out, a missing tooth in his mouth, and he's like, ¿Cómo se dice? Bipolar. You're not the only one doing old shit, Evan. Remember, Evan, Bruce Lee said, I'm not afraid of the man that's thrown 1,000 kicks once. I'm afraid of the man that's thrown one kick 1,000 times. Remember that. I wasn't going anywhere with that. But speaking of which, when I get in fights, I only kick people because when the cops show up, pro tip, they don't look at feet. I'm not going to tell you how I know that. I'm not going to tell you how many times I've done that. Anyway, I don't have anything. Have a good one, guys.
Give it up for William Wheeler.